Previously on the Crenshaw Corner.
Do you go places with me?
I'm telling you, I think it's a different timeline.
Ain't no different timeline.
That was Earth 10005. I'm from Earth 616. This see with the timeline.
No, it ain't no timeline. Ain't no timeline.
You sure?
Yes, but definitely. So definitely do that as well. Besides the shenanigans, I told you our family be shenanigan. Besides that, there's some good tips here. I promise, guys. So just
so for the family that has no idea what I just referenced.
Oh my gosh! Here we go.
I had a geek moment.
You did, and I bypassed it. So let's bypass it.
So. Family.
What's up, family? What's up?
I didn't see you there.
Hi, guys.
And welcome back to another episode of the Crenshaw Corner podcast. I am your host, Sanchez Crenshaw, and as always, I am joined by the absolute best part of my day.
Who, me?
The apple of my eye.
I am.
The wind beneath my wings.
He's up there, y'all. He's blowing. He's not blowing. He's lifted.
The rib that completes me.
He's completed.
The Angela to my Sean. Angela to my Sean. This is going to be really easy. Corey's best friend.
I say about the bell.
They were in Mr. Feeney's class. Mr. Feeney followed them throughout school.
A boy's world?
Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World.
I knew that. Yay.
Yeah.
I think you should have, like, when I get it right, like background music, like claps for me.
You want claps? Is that what you want?
Yeah.
You want applause?
I want applause. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are so crazy. Thank you so much.
Is that what you want from
now? You shouldn't have.
That's what you want from now? You want special effects?
Yeah. Yeah, I shouldn't have, guys. Thank you so much. Oh, my God.
But here's what they should do.
What they should do?
They should know your name.
Oh, what's going on, family? What is going on, guys? I am Angela Crenshaw, guys. What is
that is my wife, family.
On? Yes,
that is my wife. Family, welcome. We thank you for listening.
My husband.
Is that what we're going to do right now?
This is my husband.
Wow, we're going to hit that true falsetto. Alrighty then.
What's up, family?
So,
what
family, welcome. We welcome you however you're listening. Whether you're listening via iTunes, whether you're listening via Google Play, whether you're listening via Podbean,
okay,
or Spotify, or iHeartRadio, TikTok, or YouTube, or our own personal website at www.thecrenshawcorner.com. We thank you so much for listening.
Thank you guys so much.
However you found us, whether you were just going through socials, whether you were just going through random podcasts to try to find something to listen to, whether a friend or family member told you about us, we are so happy to have you. We're so glad that you're here. Hopefully you will glean something. We haven't used that word in a very long time. You used to always say glean.
Come on, glean.
Hopefully you will glean something by the conversation that the wonderful Angela and I are about to have.
Yes, I hope so too.
We just thank you so much for being a part. We do consider ourselves an interactive podcast, which means we can be found on the socials.
Come on, socials.
We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on, as previously mentioned, we're on TikTok. We're on YouTube, which is a beautiful thing because all of our episodes, actually all of our audio podcast episodes can be found on YouTube.
Wow. For the last, 2, 3?
2-3 weeks, I think now. Yeah, 2-3 weeks now.
Yeah, that we loaded them up.
I loaded them all and moved the truck to Beverly.
Go ahead to Beverly Hills.
Yeah, so when you're at your desk or you're out exercising or whatever you're doing, mowing the lawn, shopping, go to YouTube. Yeah. Listen to one of our episodes. Check us out. We're glad you're here.
Yes, we are. For our new people who, like he said, just got here, thank you guys so much for spending time with us. And for our returners, what's up, returners?
What's up, family?
We love you guys. And for the people who have been 10 toes down, standing
since
on business for us. Thank you so much. Even the times that we kind of
did you? We're not gonna discuss that. We're not gonna discuss that. We're gonna leave the past to the past.
With the 10 toes down, standing on business.
We're gonna leave the past to the past.
You don't want me to say that?
No, I don't. I'm just trying to figure out why you decided to say 10 toes down, standing on business.
Those are our ride or dies.
And we
even
appreciate
when we disappear,
them.
Come
see,
back.
Once again, I had said we're not going to
live in the past.
We're not going to live in the past.
Future.
We are moving
so we are
forward.
We are future oriented.
We are here.
We are here.
One day when
One day win. Come on.
So, family, we're about to get into our conversation, but the Crenshaws are living under a motto right now.
Yes,
and
Lord.
We're not going to take full credit for this. This was brought to us by our wonderful pastor, Pastor Stephen Furtick. Don't care how you feel about him. He is our pastor. We love him.
Pastor. We love him.
Always have, always will.
What's up, Pastor Furtick? What's up, Pastor Holly?
But
did I say what's up to our pastor?
You did. It's okay. They would say what's up back.
Yeah, they would say what's up back.
But during one of his sermons, he talked about the concept of one day win.
Yeah.
Which typically when people talk about one day win, they look at it from the aspect of one day they're going to acquire something. One day they're going to finish a task. One day when life gets better.
Yeah.
But he flipped that concept around and he said, instead of WHEN, one day win, we're going to do WIN.
Yes.
One day win. And we're going to count each day
as a win.
And each day that you're still, as my wife says lovingly, 10 toes down. Standing on business. And whatever that looks like for you, whether you're 10 toes down standing in your marriage, or whether you're 10 toes down standing as being a parent, or whether you're 10 toes down on today you decided to live.
Right.
Because yesterday could have been a different decision.
Absolutely.
Because the one thing we don't want to do is be under the misconception that everyone is in the same place in life.
Come on now.
And whether that's financially, whether that's spiritually, whether that's emotionally, we don't want to pretend like everything is okay across the board.
And it's not.
And there are some individuals that are listening to us right now who are contemplating, should they stay in their marriage? They're contemplating, should they continue to be a parent? Should they continue to be at this job? Right. Should they continue to be in this realm of life? And so the concept of one day win was simply you take each day as a win.
As a win.
And you find the wins in each day.
All day.
And you just, every time you take a breath, that's a win.
That's a win.
Every time you make a good decision, that's a win.
Yeah.
Every time someone doesn't disrespect you,
it's a win.
That's a win.
Every time you don't disrespect somebody,
that's a win.
That's a win.
Every time that you give a good word to that spouse that's acting crazy, that's a win.
Yeah.
Every day that they recognize your effort and what you're trying to do in that relationship, that's a win.
Yeah, it's a win.
It's a win. And
we're big right now on one day win and whys.
Yeah.
To remember why you're doing what you're doing.
And I've talked about this before. I had a wonderful manager in my professional career, one of the best managers I've ever had. And one of the concepts that he used to always talk about is your why. You know, when you're running a team, you have to constantly remind them and have them remind themselves of what's their why. You know, why are they getting up early in the morning and going into the office? Why are they doing a job that they may not love? You know, why are they doing it? Everyone has a why. And you have to do that in your everyday life. You have to do that in your marriage. One of the concepts that Angie and I talk about all the time is, why did I marry her? Sometimes I have to go back to the beginning of why did I marry her? There was a reason behind why I asked this woman to be my wife. There was a reason to why she said yes. There was a reason to why we fell in love. There was a reason to why God brought this union together.
I was about to say that there's a reason why the Lord brought us together for gifts and talents that he has and the gifts and talents that I have, the flaws that he have, the flaws that I have, the thought processes, the mindsets that we both have, that God would say, y'all gonna work together.
Y'all can work together.
Y'all can do. I'm gonna put them together to do this, and we have to remind ourselves why we do what we do, but also understanding that we have a one day win.
Because I know we're about to get into a different topic. I have no idea what it is, but I'm pretty sure it's not this one.
It wasn't. But it can. I can weave it.
Yeah. But it's just remember.
I can put a front lace on it and make it look nice.
Not the front lace. You just got to remember, because like we said, we're not naive.
Yeah.
we're 25. We're almost 25 years into a marriage,
and still learning.
And still every day is still learning.
Lord, we still learning.
And we will not be those individuals that sit here and be like, it's been all perfect, and it's been all beds of roses.
Oh my God! Every time I look at him, I just be like, oh my God, I just want to hear him breathe.
Yeah,
stop it.
We wouldn't do that because that would be a lie.
Yeah.
And what we try not to do is get on these microphones and lie to the family.
Absolutely.
We know every day is a choice.
Yeah, we choose it.
Every day is a choice. We choose. Every day I have to choose to be a good husband to Angela. Every day I have to choose to be an effective husband to Angela.
Vice versa.
Yeah, every day I have to choose to be nice to Angela. I have to choose not to do harsh words. I have to choose to be loving. Every day is a choice. Every moment is a choice. Every moment is a decision. And these are not easy decisions.
They're not easy decisions. And there are times where we have to give ourselves grace when we fall short.
Yeah.
When we're trying to do the best that we can. So, and that's a good segue right there.
Yeah. Okay,
right
cool.
there.
See, I can segue.
I segue. You see me put the front lace on it.
Hey, talk to me. So what are we talking about today?
Last podcast that we did, my God, we talked about the love language.
That loving feeling.
That loving feeling. And
if you haven't listened to it,
go back and
why
listen.
not? Go back and listen.
And we discussed.
Glean something from it.
Not glean. Come on.
Glean.
You know we haven't said anything.
What's up?
About the aluminum foil.
Because we missed the season.
The season for
we missed cookout season.
Oh my God, Labor Day. We missed.
Yeah, we missed cookout season.
We'll say it anyway.
We'll pick it
back. I used to love when you used to say, "Do you remember what you said?"
Yeah, family bring. Nope, I don't. I know it was bring the aluminum foil. Take something with you.
Exactly. Take a nugget. A gem. Yeah. So go ahead, say it. I
don't fully remember it.
Oh my gosh.
I don't. I'm gonna bring it back though. I'm gonna go back and listen to an old episode and bring it back.
So now we're gonna say Tupperware.
We not.
Where's a Tupper bowl? I meant to say a Tupperware. Okay, I'm off track. Squirrel.
First of all,
I'm bad.
No, I'm sorry.
So bad.
There are no B's in that word. Okay, family, stop it. There's no B's in that word. There's a P's. It's Tupper. Tupperware.
What did I say?
It's not Tubber.
Did I say Tupper?
You don't bathe in it.
Did I say Tupperware?
Yeah,
and I did say Tupperware.
You're not the only one. You're not the only one. You're not the only one. It's a cultural thing. Everybody in the culture be like Tupperware.
Bring me some Tupperware.
It ain't.
Pass me the Tupperware, please.
It's Tupper. Those are P's.
Sure?
Those are P's,
I think
baby.
it's like a TU and a B.
There's no B.
I think it's a hidden B.
There's no
hit.
There's first of all, in nobody's language,
it's a hidden B.
Is there anything called a hidden
I'm just
B?
saying. I feel like it is.
And this is why. This is
Say
why.
what you want.
TUPPERWARE.
I know how to spell, bro.
Do you know how to speak?
I said Tupperware. So back to what I was saying.
This is what I'm talking about.
Back to what I was saying.
What are you saying?
So we're talking about the love language, and for people, just a recap. So that episode talked about the 5 love languages. Not only that, but it also spoke to has Sanchez love language change, have my love language change, and when we have those love languages, what we're expecting to get, right?
And how do you navigate if a person's love language has changed?
Yeah. And what do you do?
What do you do?
Well, I went researching.
Because you're a researcher.
I'm a researcher.
You should have been a scientist. You love researching.
Okay, let me just backtrack. Okay, so let me tell them, because I'm surprised you didn't say to me, babe, everybody does not know what the 5 love languages are. And you didn't say it. I'm really shocked.
I was going to. You just beat me to it.
Okay. So the first love language is act of service.
Active service.
The next one is physical touch.
Okay.
The next one is word of affirmation.
Okay.
The next one is quality time.
Okay.
And the 5th one is gifts, right?
Gifts, right.
Right. And so we talked about those love language and how it makes you feel and everything like that. And we got a lot of response on that.
We did.
So I wanted
a lot of positive feedback.
Yeah. So I went researching, and this is what I found. This is not my words, first of all.
Okay.
I will probably add some stuff to it.
You are quoting.
Mm-hmm. Yes. But I'm not sure where this came from, but when I went to search for love language, I found something that says what hurts based on your love language.
Okay. I got a bone to pick with you just for a moment, and then we'll go into the love languages.
I don't feel like doing a college paper where I have to do a reference and where
this is what I'm talking about.
I knew you was going to say that.
You were an honor roll student since grammar school. Mm-hmm. You have 13 degrees.
I do not.
You have a pre-law degree. How you gonna get on Al Gore's internet and not cite your sources.
Well, here's the thing. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think I might have got it from TikTok. Well, wherever. Okay.
No, stop right there.
Okay.
Stop right there. Just continue.
Wherever. Okay, but listen. But wherever I got it from, it says. I now that you made me feel bad, I had to look at that. Now, thanks so much, Sanchez. It says Untouchable 615. So that's who put the photo of this out.
Okay. Untouchable 615.
Untouchable 615. Okay. So, and what it talks about, what hurts based on your love language.
Okay. Expound. What do you mean?
Okay. I'm just going to give you some examples.
Okay.
For instance, act of service.
Right.
It says if your love language is acts of service, right, which means that you like people to do things. If you really want to, and I'm a person who my love language is act of service, not only giving acts of doing things for people, but receiving it as well.
Right.
Which means that if I come home, y'all, and Sanchez cleaned this kitchen, mopped this floor, cleaned out the refrigerator, put on the lemongrass oil on the oven, baby, and have his hair in a messy bun. Baby, he's sexy. He the sexiest thing living on this planet. That makes me happy. That makes me feel great. Just a good smelling house. He knows this. Good smelling house and it's clean. He did an act of service for me because he knew that's what I do and that's what I like, right?
Right.
So it says these are the things that will damage your relationship. And an act of service. You tell me what you think.
Okay.
Making more work for them to do. Not contributing to cleaning chores.
Right.
Broken promises. Not wanting to help them out. Acting burdened while helping. That's a big one.
Yeah, I'm guilty of
acting like
that.
You helping me, but you acting like you just
but I'm doing with such an attitude.
Yeah, with such
an attitude. Of that. I've done that in the past. Yeah.
Not one partner pulling their own weight. One partner expecting things to be done for them,
right?
Not offering to help at all when you see them struggling, and not surprising their partner by doing nice things without being asked.
Okay, ooh. I can see that, and I can see where the confusion comes in as well. Ooh. Here's what I mean by that.
Carry on.
Where for someone who's, and I'm speaking in general terms because it's not my love language, so if anything I say is incorrect, please step in and correct me. But for someone whose love language is act of service, where someone who does not have that particular love language, they may look at it as a chore. Doing the dishes, mopping the floor, going grocery shopping, whatever,
right.
Insert whatever,
right.
is a household chore.
Right.
For that person whose love language doesn't identify with act of service. However, a person who does identify with that particular love language, it's so much more than just a chore to them.
Exactly.
It's validation to them. It's showing that they are being seen, that they are being heard. They tie, a lot of the times they will tie how their spouse perceives them into whether or not this is done or not.
Right.
And so where I'm thinking I'm just doing another chore, you're thinking this is showing love, this is showing consideration, this is showing that I'm being seen. And so we get that confused, and where the person, I don't want to do a chore. I don't want to run errands, because that's one of the biggest contentions early on in our marriage.
Absolutely.
Where you were always like, well, let's go here, let's go to this store, let's go to this store, let's go here, let's go here, let's go here, and you're excited about it, and I'm like, babe, that's running errands. I don't want to. That's not hanging out. That's not hanging out. I spent my entire life running errands with my grandfather. I don't want to run errands.
Right.
And you would get this just kind of defeated look on your face because it was so much more to you than just running an errand.
Exactly.
And I think that's where the confusion comes in, is that because to that person who identify as active service, it is so much more to them than just another chore or another task to check off your list.
Yeah, and I think too that you said as well was the fact that not only are you being seen, are you being heard, but you're allowed to rest. And that's huge. That you're saying, baby, go rest. I got your back. Okay, and that's nothing else. It's I got your back. Because when you hear all of those things about not wanting to help out, not offering to help without asking, that's basically when you do those things, it's saying, I got your back. Go rest. Go relax. So it's huge for that.
And this is kind of off topic, but on topic, since we're talking about active service and we're talking about these particular, for instance,
what hurts. What hurts are based on your love language.
This is not a gender role.
No.
This is not a This is not a gender bias.
Nope.
This is not you fall into this particular category because of your gender.
Oh,
and the reason I say that is because I hear you.
mm-hmm.
I hear you saying, but that's her duty. That's what she's supposed to do.
Right.
As a good wife, that's
right.
what she's supposed to do.
Right.
She's supposed to cook. She's supposed to clean. She's supposed to take care of the house.
Mm-hmm.
This is what she's supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to breadwinner. I'm supposed to be the breadwinner. I'm supposed to be the protector. I'm supposed to be the provider.
Right.
Okay. That's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
But part of protecting the home is protecting what's in the home.
Come on, Sanchez.
So if you're going to be a protector of it all.
Of all of it.
If you're going to be a provider,
provide for it all.
Provide for it all.
Right.
Because
the mental, the physical,
all
the
of
spiritual.
It. Because what happens a lot of the times when we get into a mentality of I am the man of the house. My job is to provide.
Mm-hmm.
Her job is to take care of. Providing just doesn't stop at the four walls.
Come on.
Providing just doesn't stop at Spectrum and T-Mobile or Verizon.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop with Geico and Allstate.
Right.
It doesn't stop there.
Right.
Being a provider and protector is protecting what's in the home. And sometimes to protect what's in the home, you got to do a dish.
You got to do a dish.
You got to do a dish. Sometimes to protect what's in the home, you got to sweep and mop a floor. Yeah. You got to fold some clothes to protect what's in the home. Because a lot of the times what you're protecting, like you touched on, Ange, is her peace.
Her peace, her rest.
It's her rest.
Yes, absolutely.
Because, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I would say, and even for our brothers out there, for our husbands out there, the same thing. If it's act of service for them as well, and most people are like, well, what act of service would you do for a man? Act of service. If he's out there building, go build.
Hand him a screwdriver.
Go hand him a screwdriver. If he fixing something, go fix. Right? It's asking him, babe, what can I help you with?
Yeah.
If he got the honeybee list, as everybody call it, you need to be a part of the honeybee list too. And I was like, what the heck is a honeybee list? They was like, honeybee list. And I'm like, okay, I don't get it.
I know a honey-do list. What's a honeybee list?
A honeybee list. Honey, can you be this for me today? Honey, can you be that for me today? Honey, can you be that for me? So this time,
got you.
Can you be this for me? Because the honey-do list is you giving him chores. Check it out. But the honeybee list is basically you saying, honey, can you be this thing for me?
I actually like that.
Right? Yeah.
I like that.
Thank you.
You know what it all comes down to as well?
Mm-hmm.
Communication.
And it's respect.
Respect as well,
and
but communication.
Absolutely.
Because in order, like you said, I like the fact that you touched on that from a male perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, because active service is not all just cleaning.
Right.
It's not all just
so much more than
it's not all just doing the laundry, folding clothes, whatever. It's not all that.
Right.
But to understand what active service is to an individual person, you have to have a conversation. Yeah. The beautiful thing about love languages, no matter what your love language falls on, I know we're going to get into more.
Right.
But it's not a blanket.
No.
Just because it could be Angie's love language is active service.
It is.
Her best friend's love language would be active service. But we touched on it before. But words have different meanings to different people.
Exactly.
We all understand that there's a defined definition that you can look in Webster and find.
The foundation
of the word. Mm-hmm. However, just because the foundation doesn't mean that word means the same thing to two separate people.
Exactly.
So even if Ange and I had the same love language, we could share the same love language, but it would still mean something different to her than it means to me.
Yeah.
So we have to have that ongoing communication. I've used this example before. I have a cousin. He's more like my brother. We are 30 days apart, legitimately 30 days apart.
So funny.
He was born November 27th. I was born December 27th. We have this connection where we can literally go years without speaking, but pick up right where we left off every time. And I always say that we have been having the exact same conversation.
The never-ending conversation.
For 43 years.
The never-ending conversation.
We have a never-ending conversation where it never starts, it never ends. It's just constantly going. And no matter what point we pick up, it is the same conversation, the same continual conversation. And that's what a marriage has to be. Yeah. That's what a partnership has to be. You and your spouse have to have a continual conversation where it never stops, It never begins. It just continues. It just is. And you just continue.
Exactly.
And you ask, and it may seem crazy, but 25 years into a marriage, you ask, who are you?
You still have to ask that question.
You still have to ask, what do you like?
Yeah, because what I liked last year,
I may not like
this year. Exactly.
What do you like to do?
Yeah.
What hobbies do you have?
Right.
You still have to ask those questions.
Exactly.
Because, like you said, yesterday she liked the Rocky Road ice cream.
Today, you better not ask me about no Rocky Road.
You know?
Don't get beat up.
So you have to continuously have those conversations. And that's the beautiful thing about love language. Language. You have to communicate.
Okay, absolutely. We would have been stuck on that one. Wow.
What happened?
No, so we could have stayed stuck on that one.
Oh, got you. What's the next one?
So the next one is yours, which is physical touch.
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Yes, ma'am.
What hurts based on your love language of physical touch is these are special damaging things to your relationship. Physical distance, one partner not initiating touch, lack of physical intimacy, no kissing, no cuddling, no hand holding, a partner rejecting your touch, pinching. I want to know who is pinching.
It's cute. Not the hard pinch, like just coming up and pinching your booty or
pinch me if you want to.
Yeah, I'll pinch your elbow. I do it all the time. I do it all the time.
So weird. Anyway, a partner. Do you?
I do it all the time.
Because it's fat. I just want to know why you pinching my elbow. And maybe because I'm so used to it. Because when you said
I'm done.
like, why you pinching? Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, my bad.
Family, hopefully you get something out of this episode. I'm done.
A partner leaning away from you or giving someone else touch. Wow. Giving someone else touch but not you.
Yeah.
That's death.
That'll get somebody buried in the backyard.
That's why I just said that's death.
That will. And it doesn't even have to be a sexual touch.
Just don't do it.
Yeah.
You ain't touching me, you ain't touching nobody.
You ain't hugging me, but you hugging them? Yeah.
Right.
You ain't going to be able to hug them. I'm going to take them arms.
Yeah, them arms.
Them arms belong to me now. Now you're just going to be armless, walking around, shouldering people.
But what do you feel about that as being damaging to your relationship? Because you are a physical touch person.
That'll change your relationship.
Yeah.
That'll change the entire dynamic of a relationship.
If that's the heart of who you are.
That will change multiple things. That'll change a person. That'll change a relationship. That could end a relationship if it's not caught early, if it's not worked on early.
Yeah.
Because what that does is that will change the perception of a person.
Yeah.
So if I am a person who is based in physical touch, and I try to touch you, I try to love on you, I try to hug you, I try to be near you, and you constantly turn me away,
right?
And you constantly say no, or you constantly pull away, or you constantly put distance in between us.
Yeah.
I don't care how many times you say you love me, but the old adage is actions speaks louder than words.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to go by your actions.
Right.
And then I'm going to start asking questions.
Right.
And typically the questions that a person like me will ask is, what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
Why won't she?
Right.
Why won't she touch me?
Right. And here's the thing I want to say.
What's up?
The moment that you said I'm going to start asking questions, people think that you meant you were going to start asking your partner questions.
Yeah, nah.
But in actuality, with physical touch, you begin to ask yourself.
You start with self
first.
Am
I not sexy? I don't look good? I'm not
What's wrong
beautiful?
with
What's wrong with me? Yeah, absolutely.
You start with self first.
Yeah, you always start with self first.
Because any conversation is always an internal dialogue.
Yeah.
Any conversation is always an internal dialogue first.
Yeah, and I think the goal of why I wanted to do this, because to know if you know your spouse's physical, your love language, their love language, not their physical, their love language, like physical touch or acts of service, then you could begin to communicate and handle them in a different way, in such a different way. So this is one of the things, especially when you hear the word, this says these are especially damaging.
Yeah.
Damaging.
Yeah.
Like breaking apart.
Yeah.
Like piece by piece, your relationship.
To the person and the relationship. And the phrase, this is just who I am.
Right.
That only goes so far.
That don't fly no more.
It only goes so far.
I'm so sick of that.
Because, there's difference. This is just who I am. This is how I was built.
This is how I was raised.
This is how I was raised. And there's a lot of different excuses as to why. But the excuses don't change the pain.
Right.
Wow,
Sanchez.
your reasoning behind why you want.
Right.
Okay. And I know, family, if you've been with us any point in time, you know sometimes the Crenshaws
veer right on off.
are a little extreme. Mm-hmm. So, but you also know that I paint pictures. Mm-hmm. I'm a picture person.
Come on, paint.
So you're walking down the street. You're minding your business. It's a wonderful day. Mm-hmm. The sun is shining.
Yes.
Birds are singing.
Yeah, they're chirping.
They're chirping, just chirping.
Oh, birds sound like that.
You were walking and you found money on the sidewalk.
Come on, a quarter?
No, you found bills.
Oh, come on,
foldable
50.
money. You know what I'm saying? On the sidewalk. Beautiful day.
Beautiful day.
A person walks up to you and they say, "Listen, I'm having an extremely bad day.
Right.
My wife has left me.
Oh, wow.
She took my kids. She took my dog.
The dog?
I've had the dog since I was a child.
Oh, this your dog.
It was my dog.
Right.
I raised the dog. I helped birth the dog. When the dog's mother was going through labor,
I was there.
Yeah,
okay.
With my young hands.
Yes.
I'm the first thing to touch the dog.
Okay.
She took my dog.
Okay.
She emptied my bank account.
Empty your bank account.
And you know what? She left my best friend.
And she left with your best
now,
friend.
as this stranger is saying this to you, what you notice is they have stabbed you 13 times. As they're saying this to you, they have stabbed you 13 times. Now, understanding that the strangers had an extremely bad day, does that make the stabbing you feel any less painful?
No.
Is there any less bleeding because you understand the why behind this person's bad day?
So he attacked you.
So what happens is that we like to use that with our spouse, and we're not physically stabbing them,
right?
But we're stabbing their ego, we're stabbing their emotions,
yes.
We're stabbing their mental,
yeah.
We're stabbing their spiritual,
yes.
We're stabbing their reflection of how they look at themselves.
Yes.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
But we're using the excuse of, well, this is how I am, and you know how I was raised, and well, you know how my parents were with me, or you know that past relationship I was in, you know how bad that was.
Yeah.
Okay, and not negating that.
Right.
And I understand that you were having a bad day.
Right.
But I'm the one bleeding.
Right.
So what happens with a person who love language is physical touch? When I go to you for just
a hug or something.
Hug, and I need you to understand, family, we haven't even gotten to the actual sex part of this.
We're not even talking about that.
We're not even talking about this. We're talking about a simple handhold.
Yeah.
A simple kiss on the cheek, a simple kiss, a simple rubbing of the arm, rubbing of the shoulder. We're talking about basic human contact. Because a person who love language is physical touch, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Basic human contact.
Yeah.
And so when I come to you and I say, well, babe, I want to hug, or I try to hug you, or I try to hold your hand, and you pull away, that chips away at me every time. And for a person whose love language is physical touch, every time you deny them that, it chips away at them every time.
Yeah.
Now, do not hear what we're not saying.
Okay, I'm not saying nothing.
We're not.
First of all, that's your love language. I ain't saying nothing because I've been.
We're not saying that. It has to always be that you, for lack of a better term, give yourself or sacrifice or come truly out of who you are.
Right.
But in a marriage, it has to be compromised. Every answer can't be no.
Yeah, absolutely.
It can't be.
It can't be.
It can't?
I said it can't be.
Oh, okay. You confused me there for a second.
Like what?
No, every answer can't be no.
Right.
There has to be a sacrifice.
Yeah.
Some of the things that, and we're not going to get into a lot of details right now, but some of the things that currently my wife and I are facing, it has nothing to do with how we feel. No. Because my wife and I had a conversation actually just really recently, and she was like, well, babe, I know you don't feel like doing it. You don't have to go. You don't have to do it. And I said to her, and I wasn't trying to be funny, but I said, babe, right now, we can't live in feelings.
Right. Not right now.
What's being done has to be done.
Yeah.
And I can't operate in how I feel about it. Yeah. I can't operate in feelings. I can't operate in, well, do I feel like doing this right now? Do I feel like going? Do I feel like dealing with this?
Yeah.
Whether I feel like it or not, it has to be done.
Regardless.
And sometimes in marriage, you have to, Okay, being honest, because we're adults here.
Right.
Sometimes in marriage, you can't operate in how you feel dealing with your spouse.
No.
Because if I operate in how I feel all the time dealing with my spouse, I'm going to be divorced and alone.
Oh, no, not divorced and alone.
Divorced and alone.
Especially to me, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially to me.
Because there's some sacrifices that have to be made. And sometimes the sacrifice is hold his damn hand.
It ain't that deep.
It ain't
Initiate
that deep.
Initiate the feelings first. And again, this goes back to communication.
Yeah.
Knowing what they like and what they love. But I think this is so important because people always talk about the love languages and how wonderful and if you know it. But when you don't utilize the knowledge that you have to accommodate the person. So for acts of service, I feel like it is rest. The one word I would use for that is giving that person rest.
Right.
And then for physical touch, the one word I would give for this is embrace.
Embrace.
Right. Embrace.
Yeah.
Embrace their physical touch. Embrace their loving ways. Embrace it and be a part of it. Right. I just think the word embrace comes to me.
I love that. And one more before we move on. One more picture. If you're a person that you know CPR, you've been trained, you went through the courses, you have your certificate.
Right.
If someone beside you stops breathing and you don't utilize the knowledge to save them, you having the knowledge means nothing.
Right. It means absolutely nothing.
It means absolutely nothing because you didn't apply it.
Right.
So having the knowledge of your spouse's love language, but not applying it means nothing.
Yeah. It means absolutely nothing.
You're watching them not breathe. You have the knowledge and the know-how to resuscitate them, and you're doing nothing.
Ooh, that's so heart-wrenching. Jeez, babe. Okay. Ooh, that was deep. Okay. So what hurts based on your love language? I'm going to keep saying that because so if you ever look for it, it says what hurts based on your love language.
Right.
And it says if your love language is word of affirmation, these are especially damaging to your relationship. Okay. Insults, lies, name calling, cold shoulder, putting them down in front of putting them down in front of other people, not saying I love you, sarcasm, mocking, imitating, and not saying thank you.
Oh, wow.
Whew.
That's deep.
Sometimes I feel like I'm between act service and affirmation because I do very much like to affirm people and I like to be affirmed. And if you are sarcastic, you already know that if you're sarcastic with me or moody with me or whatever, that tears my whole soul up, whether it be you or the children.
Yeah, I was about to say, in family, please don't misunderstand my laughter there. It's not that I'm not taking my wife serious because I'm taking her very serious. But unfortunately, sarcasm is my default nature.
And so is your sons.
Yeah, my sons are especially my youngest son. He unfortunately gets that personality trait from myself. I'm very sarcastic.
Does anybody hear that noise?
And a lot of the times, most of the times I'm unintentionally sarcastic. I'm really not trying to be. It just happens.
Yeah.
And it just comes out.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, sometimes it comes out at the most inopportune times. It comes out more if I'm tired.
Yeah.
And if I'm frustrated, then my kind of sarcastic nature will come out. It's almost, and this is going to sound crazy, but it's almost like a person with Parkinson's because the more tired they get, they start to slur a little more. Right. The more tired they are. Right. I'm kind of like that with my sarcasm. As long as I'm refreshed, I can control it.
I am. When my loved ones, my God, I can preach this if I wanted to, get sarcastic with me, guys, the way
you want to get violent,
murder. Everybody in my family is like, why do you revert to violence, Ange? Like, oh my God, I will hurt you. And then I have a 4-year-old that don't know he's sarcastic. But I know he's sarcastic because he doesn't know what sarcastic is. But so I don't know where he get his attitude from. But the rest of the men in the family. But I digress. But another thing I do not like.
What's up?
Is when people don't say thank you.
That's
just a common world thing, right? But it is part of someone else's love language.
You know what's crazy?
Part of affirmation.
You know what's crazy? And the conversation we're about to have in this exact moment, it goes more to a Western sensibility of life. And so, and the reason I say that because the Crenshaw Corner, we're blessed to have a global audience. We have individuals listening. We have family members, literally all around the world.
Right.
But the conversation we're having now is more based for our Western family members because it's a Western sensibility of thought process. For some reason in the U.S., it's more thought of a Southern thing to please and thank you. For some reason, it's more thought of a Southern mentality.
Right.
The yes sir, the no ma'am, the please and the thank you. That to me, that's so, and I'm just gonna say this word, that's so dumb. For that,
the way you was hitting your head, I thought you were going to say something like, so
I wanted to be
different.
more. I wanted to be more profound with it,
but you couldn't find it.
But I couldn't because I was irked.
Okay.
So I just wanted to go with dumb.
Okay, go ahead, carry on.
It is common courtesy. It's common courtesy if someone does something for you, whether they're paid to do it or not.
Holding the door for you.
Holding the door for it. Hey, they brought you a napkin, whatever. Say thank you. It is common courtesy.
It's not that difficult.
That's one. See, we about to go. I'm about to go for a whole tirade right now.
We have baby.
I know
baby,
we got more,
baby,
but I'm just saying, family.
Baby.
I'm just family. Stop. Just family. Stop.
Just stop.
Common courtesy.
Common courtesy.
Your day is not going that bad that you can't be courteous throughout your day. That's all I wanted to say.
Now, I'm going to say the first word.
What's up?
So let's go back again.
Okay.
Acts of service, the first word that came to me was rest.
Rest.
Okay. Then physical touch was embrace.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Quality time for me, the word, what I'm hearing about what it's saying is be present.
Okay.
Because it says.
I like that. I like present.
Not planning dates, interrupting. So to me, it sounds like I just need you to be present. Right. And so I jumped to quality time for a second, but
it's fine
because I just looked at it and I was like, we're about to get to quality time, and I wanted to say that first, that present, before we started talking about it,
right?
About being present. So let's go back to
let's go ahead and
words of affirmation. What would be your one word for words of affirmation? So we got acts of service, rest,
right?
Physical touch, embrace. Words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation. I would say I would say for words of affirmation is communicate.
I was gonna say communicate. Communicate too.
Yeah. Communicate.
What made me say be present, because when you look at because it's actually for quality time.
Right.
Because I was looking at it, but I was like, but words of affirmation too. I hear do no harm.
Oh, I like that.
Do no harm.
Words of affirmation. I like that. Do no harm.
The words of affirmation is do no harm.
Yeah.
Right? Because everything that you're doing by being cold shoulder, name calling, being sarcastic, insulting, and lying,
you're doing harm.
You're doing harm.
Yeah.
You're doing a lot of harm.
Because I need you to understand, and this is not, once again, this is not a gender thing. This is not a husband thing or a wife thing. Each time that you disrespect or that you mistreat your spouse, you are losing a piece of them.
Yeah.
Every time, because they're losing.
Actually, you're giving it away.
Yeah, because they're losing a piece of themselves.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
Every time you're changing the dynamic of your relationship.
Yes, you are.
Every time. I don't care how insignificant you think it is. I don't care how of an offhanded comment you think it is, or the people's favorite line. They know I'm just playing.
No.
The one thing that any comedian will tell you. And I don't care whether they just started out in being a comic or if they've been in comedy for 6 decades.
Right.
There is always truth in every joke.
It is.
That's what makes it funny.
Right.
That's your best jokes are because they're based somewhat in truth.
In truth, it makes you super uncomfortable.
Right. Now, it may be an exaggerated truth.
But it's truth.
But it's a truth. So you saying they know I'm joking or they know I'm just playing.
No.
That's your way. That's your passive aggressive way.
Yeah.
Of coming against your spouse in a way that keeps them a little bit off guard.
Right.
But you can also play it off as it was just a joke.
It was a joke. And it's not.
And it's not, because every time, once again, every time you disrespect, every time you talk too crazy, every time you say something out of the way, every time you lie, every time you break their trust.
Right.
you are changing the dynamic of your relationship.
And don't even know it.
And don't even know
Till it's too late.
Yeah.
Because those are subtle things that happen.
And now you wonder why they don't talk to you anymore.
Listen.
Or now you wondering why all they do for you is the basics.
I'm going to say the bare minimum.
The bare minimum.
The bare minimum.
Yeah.
Okay, so getting back to quality time.
Quality
time. Because I was like, when I was talking, I was like, what's a word for that? And that word was be present. So what hurts best based on your love language. So if your love language is quality time, these are especially damaging to your relationship. Using your phone while in conversation. Wow. Forgetting things that were said. Stay out of
my life with that one, because I'm guilty of that sometimes.
Not making time for your partner. Being distracted during regular time together.
Right.
Interrupting. Not giving full attention. Not making an effort to do the things that they enjoy doing. Allowing distractions, phone, walk, kids, friends, or whatever take precedent. Whoa.
Yeah. I want to debunk a myth real quick while we're here. In the year of the Lord.
What?
2024. What happened?
Laughing at you.
I'm just saying.
In the year of the Lord.
Year of the Lord.
2024.
2024.
24. Go ahead.
The male species, well, more of the male species is guilty of this, but the male nor the female species can use the phrase, well, I don't know how to plan a date anymore. In the year of the Lord 2024, where you can put 3 words into a software program, an AI, and it will write a 13-page dissertation for you.
What and how to date each other.
You can go to Google.
Come on now.
And put in how to plan a date, and it will give you all kind of suggestions.
With pictures.
Addresses. Diagrams. Yes. It'll give you a Venn diagram.
Okay.
It'll give you charts and graphs.
Yes,
It'll give you everything you need. So we can no longer use the excuse, well, I don't know how to plan a date. Or I don't know what they like. If you don't know what they like, talk to them. Ask them. What do you like?
Beat around the bush. Whatever.
No, don't even beat around the bush. Just what do you like to do?
What is it that you need?
And then here's the thing. I know, crazy concept. Real crazy. It's far, baby. This is far out there. So just
buckle in.
This may get us canceled. Okay.
Buckle in.
Even though we don't care nothing about that, but this right here, what I'm about to say, may get us canceled.
Go ahead.
Once you ask the question, listen to the response. Wow. That's crazy, right?
Like stop, don't talk, don't formulate no answer.
Don't formulate an opinion.
Just stand there.
And just focus.
Wow.
On what they're saying. Listen to them. And here we go. Now this is crazy.
Okay.
They may call the FBI on me on this one.
Okay, go ahead.
Apply what they said.
You deep.
See how you do
You deep.
See how you do that?
You deep.
Just so ask the question, listen to the response, and apply what they said. It's crazy, right?
This.
That's crazy. Yes. But go ahead with quality time.
Yeah. Oh, I was done with quality time because we doing a lot of quality time right now on this right here.
Yeah.
Listen. So, but again, I'll go back to what I was saying earlier. I know everybody's like, where do you get quality time? You weren't on that, but I just thought because those two went kind of hand in hand.
Yeah.
But quality time is just being present.
Just being present with the Just being present.
Put your phone down.
And once again, the Crenshaws we're not perfect. Especially talking about this, we're both guilty. And I'm gonna speak for myself because I'm guilty for scrolling through Teams, Microsoft Teams, because that's what my job uses, and reading a thread or seeing what's going on
and getting back online.
Yeah, getting back online in the middle of my wife trying to have a conversation with me, which is so disrespectful and so unfair to her, and it's so rude. And yeah, and I'm guilty for that. Or just in the middle of a conversation, and she's trying to she's trying to talk to me about something, and it doesn't have to be anything too deep or too engaging or important, or it's not life changing, but it's the conversation she wants to have at the moment.
Right. Thank you.
And I'll pull up my email or I'll just scroll on my phone, and it's so rude and disrespectful. And in that moment, she just wants to be present and just have quality time. And that's not even her initial love language. So imagine for someone who's their primary love language is quality time, and you are showing them that they're not even worth that 5 minutes.
My God.
Because let's be honest for a minute, family. There are some things, because one of the favorite lines that people love to use is, it's not that deep.
Yeah. Oh, I used to hate that.
It's not that deep.
I still don't like it still.
But it is for that person in that moment.
Who that's their love language.
That's their love language. Who they love. See, I think, family, we need to change our perception of how we look at things. Mm-hmm. I look at it as, in this moment, for a person, once again, especially in the year of our Lord, 2024, where there's so many other things vying for a person's time and attention, where there's so many different avenues that you can explore, from different streaming services to different museums to different shows, to there's everything that's pulling you one way or another.
Yep.
And this person who can do anything in life, for this 10 to 15 minutes, they want to spend time with you. And for that 10 to 15 minutes, you can't even show them that they're important enough to simply pay attention to. Yeah. That costs you nothing.
It costs you absolutely nothing. And here's the thing. That's why I said present is the word. Because not only that, but even if you put your phone down, clear your mind enough that you can hear what they have to be present in the moment that they're talking to you, without being like, that was a good TikTok, or now I got the phone down. Did I put none of that? Do none of that, but be present for them. So that's what I feel about. How do you feel about what they said about that it'll damage it? You think it's spot on?
No, I think it's spot on, because once again, you have to understand, I don't have to divorce you to leave you. I don't even have to leave the home to leave you.
Absolutely.
And I think so many marriages fall into that trap where physically they're in the same home, but one spouse is checked out. They've checked out mentally, they've checked out emotionally, and they've checked out. And it's because of things like this. It's because every time they wanted your attention, you found something better to do. Or, guilty as charged sometimes, they want your attention and you seem annoyed because they want your attention.
Yeah.
Because
it's dangerous.
Slippery
slope.
You saw I was in the middle of something. Okay, well, it wasn't that important. Right. You wasn't doing open heart surgery.
So I'm just asking. I'm just talking to you.
Whatever you were doing in that moment can pause
just to be
for
present.
A moment, just to be present.
Yeah.
And I don't. Once again, I'm speaking from personal experience because my wife is a machine gun when it comes to questions.
I hit my head on the mic.
You did. I was going to let it go, but you did.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
There are some people who are revolvers. If you're not familiar with guns, a revolver typically holds 6 shots.
Pow.
It's just
pow.
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 Pow. You know, just one. Pow, pow. You know.
Pow.
A machine gun is usually holds a lot more than 6. Once again, holds a lot more than 6. Well, my wife is that. Actually, you're not even a machine gun. You a Tommy gun.
Oh,
remember the old Tommy guns with the round circular clips that you hitting them and just, that's my wife.
Okay.
Because once she start one question, it leads to a series of questions. She has so many. And it's rapid fire. Yeah, she doesn't even reload. It's just rapid fire.
Yeah,
and
that's not good.
I have to catch myself because it irks it irks me. Because I'm a type of person in life, and it's a character flaw. I understand. I don't like being questioned at all. I don't like being questioned from my boss. I don't like being questioned by my kids. I don't like being questioned by my grandkids. I don't like being questioned by the law.
I rebuke him.
I don't like being questioned about any. And it's not that I'm perfect and I'm always right, because it's not it. I just don't like being questioned. And I have a wife who should work for the FBI.
I should.
Because she, as an interrogator.
I'm not playing with you.
Because she's going to ask questions, and she keeps you off balance. And I know this about you. We're having a real conversation right now.
Yeah.
Because there is no rhyme and reason to the questions.
It is for me.
See, you're trying to keep me off balance. Because she'll ask me about the air fryer that's in the kitchen.
Like,
and she'll start asking me about that.
Did you use a liner?
And then next thing I know, we talking about some birds that she questioned about a bird that she saw. To only circle back around to the air fryer.
Yeah.
It's important. By this time, I'm aggravated.
It's important.
But It's who she is.
And chill.
So I have to understand that in this moment,
I need to be present.
Because
in order to catch up.
Because she's gonna ask me 14 questions in the span of 3 seconds.
Yeah, I am.
And I have to catch up.
That's so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. What else we got?
So this is the last one.
What's up?
Gifts. If your love language is gifts, these are especially damaging to your relationship. Forgetting birthdays, holidays, anniversary, giving gifts with no meaning behind them, ignoring request hints, thoughtlessly giving gifts, regifting your partner gift, giving others fancy gift before you give your spouse,
right.
Refusing to celebrate the meaning of the occasion, ignoring your partner's gift ideas, not expressing a gratitude for a gift, forgetting what was given in the past, and saying something negative about a gift.
Once again,
see, now we're not.
No,
that's not our love language.
No,
so
it's not. But
it's not.
But I think I know when it comes to each other, we're very thoughtful.
Yeah,
about what we do.
I will say this.
What would you say?
I'm thinking you're gonna bring it up. So one year, and whoever, this is for the new people. This is not even for the old people because y'all know this story. He had asked me to buy him a PlayStation.
Was it a 3 or 4?
I don't know what it was. It was like first generational.
That wasn't first generation. Mm-hmm. It was a 4. It was that long ago. Right. It was a PlayStation 4.
Asked me to purchase that for him, and I was like, no. And instead, I bought him another ring, a gold ring.
Gold band ring.
Gold ring. And
for a person that doesn't even wear jewelry.
Went ballistic.
Oh, I went off.
Oh, he went off.
I did. I went off. And family, it's not that I was ungrateful. It's at all. And see, you have to understand, family. Okay. So once again, context for the family who this is their first time hearing this particular story. Our history when it comes to gift, not to toot my own horn, but I believe I'm very thoughtful when it comes to buying gifts.
I'm thoughtful.
You're not.
Okay.
You gotten better. You've gotten better.
Cool.
And so I listen and I ask questions, and it's what do you want, and what would your heart desire, and what would you like to have, and then I do everything I can
to make that happen.
Absolutely,
he does.
Of what you wanted and what you've asked for, because I want when that time comes and you open, I want the joy of you knowing that I listened and I did what you want me to do.
Absolutely.
My wife was not that person. My wife was the person. I'm gonna pose the question. But then I'm gonna give you what I think you should have.
Because I don't think the answer that you're saying is correct.
Yeah, even though you asked me what did I want. So this particular year, it was, and once again, I always say this because it's true. I'm not a person that asks for a lot of things. I don't ask for a lot.
He doesn't actually.
I really.
Oh, but what he asked for.
That's your lie.
Baby, what he asked for is not 75. It'd be like 7,500. Yeah. And numbers like that.
Yeah, I don't ask for a lot because when I do ask for stuff, it is expensive.
Oh, my goodness.
But I digress. So when I said, and my thing is also, then if you're just going to do what you want to do, let's not even have the obligation. Let's not have the conversation. Don't ask me that. If you're not going to do what I ask you to do, then don't ask me.
Don't ask me this question.
And when you asked me and you said, babe, what would you like to have? What do you want? And I tell you exactly. I even tell you where to go buy
get it. Yeah, send me a picture of what it looked like.
And then and then you come with a little box. A ring box.
Oh my God.
For a person that does not care anything about jewelry.
That's not the point.
Yeah, that didn't go well. That didn't go well at all.
Got to be careful with the gifts things, guys. You got to give gifts and give gifts and get great gifts. So you got to take some time.
And okay, this I've noticed something, and I'm probably going to get letters on this. I've noticed because it's normally the female species who will do this. They will ask, well, what do you want? Like, it's a birthday. Well, what do you want to do for your birthday? I want to stay home and grill. Mm-hmm. I want Johnny to come over and we just watch the game.
Right.
That's what I want to do for my birthday. And then the wonderful women in their lives be like, well, that's not enough. You should do more. Mm-hmm. No, I just want to grill with Johnny.
That's not me thinking like you saying that because you don't want to inconvenience your family, and we're okay.
No, it's my day.
Okay, cool.
It's my day.
Cool.
So, and now you plan this huge party, and there's 300 people in the house,
All you wanted to do is be with one.
And now I'm mad. And now I got a whole attitude.
And don't know how to not show it.
And now you mad at me for being mad at you because all I wanted to do was stay home and have Johnny come over.
And grill.
And we grill and watch the game.
Yeah.
And now you looking at me like I'm ungrateful and I don't appreciate you when it all could have been avoided by you simply just listening.
Listen to what I had to say.
So the whole moral of that story is listen.
Listen, I did
listen.
I just thought, baby,
to what. No, and see, and that's where you went wrong.
Yeah, I was totally wrong.
I'm trying to be funny, but you thought
wrong.
No, not thought wrong. You thought.
Well, I just listened.
Yeah, because that's the crazy thing. Sometimes as humans, we want to think, and I get that. But sometimes as humans, we just need to listen.
And you will find out what they need.
And you will find out.
And he needs a ring.
And it's I had a flashback.
Oh my
and
God.
It's not that the person, and understand, it's not that the person is ungrateful, or it's not that the person is not appreciative. It's just the person is disappointed.
Yeah, very disappointed. And I think too, what I learned from that stint of my gift giving. That
debauchery?
The stint of my gift giving.
That diabolical behavior?
That the goal is, for him was, I listen and I get you exactly what you want. He's never not giving me exactly what I've wanted. And sometimes over and above. But for him, that goes back to being present and listening to him and give him, he didn't ask for a ring. That ain't what he said. He said, I want a PlayStation. And I was like, you already got one. Why are we upgrading? So I was like, this would be cute. It didn't go well. So I never did that again, y'all.
It didn't go well at all.
I never did it again.
Almost put out the call.
Listen, it's the real thing.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Like,
all of it is just that one.
Just all of it. As far as the gifts are concerned, the gifts are kind of self-explanatory. Now, if you're a person who loves gifts and the person that you with don't remember your anniversary, your birthday, your nothing, that's a problem.
Oh, I was going to say that too. Yeah.
So let's get that calendar going.
Here's my thing. If in 2024, if you're still forgetting birthdays, anniversaries, special dates, special occasions, you're just a jerk.
Yeah.
You're
not even trying.
Male or female. You're just a jerk who just happy with being a jerk in life.
Yeah.
I'm just being serious. Because at this point, everybody has a version of a smartphone.
Yeah.
I don't care if you still rocking the old Nokias.
Oh, wow. Not the Cricket.
No.
The Cricket phone.
Is the Cricket still a thing?
Cricket service is
That's
still
crazy.
They really,
That's
squirrel.
crazy.
I came back. I'm back now.
But everyone has a version of a smartphone.
Yeah.
Everybody is walking around with a whole computer in their pocket.
Right.
On your computer, in your pocket, there is a calendar app.
Well, let's get that going.
Whether you're on Android or iOS,
yes, get it going.
There's a calendar app.
Yes.
Put her birthday in your phone. Put his birthday in your phone. If you're a person that, and I get it, there are some people, there's some people that suffer time blindness. There's some people that suffer date blindness. I get it. You have trouble remembering dates. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I almost knocked your mic on the ground. But go ahead, finish it.
So.
Because I was like, nice, he being sarcastic.
Yeah, I was. The little girl popped in my mind when I said that. But anyway.
Go ahead. Carry on.
So I understand this. There are people that has trouble remembering dates.
Right,
I get it. You have a lot of information floating in your mind.
Okay.
But that's when you use the technology that's available to you. Just like if you have, once again, if you have an issue with planning things, use the technology that's available to you.
Yeah,
it's called a computer. Type it in.
Yeah, or just for kicks and giggles. Check out the Crenshaw Podcast. We have a lot of dating out. Whether you're doing it moderately, high end, or even real
that was
budget
good.
Friendly.
That was good.
Yes.
That was good.
We have a couple of episodes that will help you with that.
That was pro behavior right there.
You saw me.
That was pro behavior. I like that, girl. Look at you.
You see me.
But also, we're going to end right there.
Yes, we are.
What's your final thought?
My final thought in all of those is to communicate and listen and then I guess basically what you said, like listen, apply, just listen and apply it.
Ask, listen, apply.
Yeah. Ask.
I got you.
I couldn't remember the word ask.
Yeah,
that's why I said listen and apply.
Ask, listen, and apply.
My bad. That don't say, I don't like the way you say it.
What happened?
It's like cursing.
Ask, listen, apply.
Okay, when you first said it, didn't sound like that.
Oh wow. Okay, I do my best not to curse on the air. It's a family podcast.
Yes,
family friendly.
So I think just those things will help you.
I got
and
you.
Also learning your love language, but
Right.
also learning your partner's love language. So yeah, that's how I feel. What's your final thought?
Mine is actually the most simplest that I think I've ever done.
Here you go with the simple.
No, it really is.
Go ahead, carry on.
Don't be a jerk.
Okay.
No, I'm serious. Don't be a jerk.
Don't be a jerk.
Because here's the thing. In everyone that we've talked about, whether it was acts of service,
quality time,
whether it's quality time,
yes.
whether it's
affirmation,
whether it's physical touch, whether it's gifts, anything that goes against that or counteracts that, you're being a jerk. You're being a jerk. If your person is a person who likes a clean house and you don't help keeping the house clean, you're a jerk.
Okay, I respect that.
If the person you with enjoys hugs and holding hands, and you just refuse to hug them or hold their hand, don't even try, you've been a jerk.
Okay.
If the quality time and you can't even spend 5 minutes focused on just them, you're a jerk.
Okay.
If you know that a person gifts and you just refuse to put any thought, time, or attention into choosing a gift for them,
you're a jerk.
You're a jerk.
Okay.
And it's really just as simple.
Okay.
So it's don't be a jerk.
Okay, then.
Be better.
Be better.
There it is.
Be.
So family, I think we're going to end it right there.
Guys.
Family,
hopefully this was helpful.
Hopefully, I feel like it was.
I hope it was helpful.
There was some squirrel moments, but hey, that's what you get with the Crenshaw Corner.
We're back.
But family, we thank you for listening. We thank you for joining us. However you're listening, whether it's on iTunes, whether it's on Podbean, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, whether it's on iHeartRadio, TikTok, YouTube, on our own personal website, www.thecrenshaw Corner. We thank you for listening. We do consider ourselves an interactive podcast, which means we can be found on the socials. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on TikTok, we're on YouTube.
Come on now.
And of course, you can email us at any time at thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com. Once again, thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com. And as always, family, welcome to our journey.
We love you guys. Bye.